what's a sucker to me? A sucker is a who pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you sitting and you I'm not going because this.
I won't fuck with him, but I'll with this one.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight?
A lot of my cases was drug possessions. Guys trying to get some money. He ain't had nothing. And then this is why even when this artist was around, he went and said, "Yo, 50, he don't even like them." Like talking about BMF, and because I wouldn't. They are in the presence. His aura is stronger than he is. You ask him about that when he go get his arm broke in the joint. They missed that part. He gonna say he slipped, fell on the mop. Yeah.
Always give him a way out. Is that kind of your approach to it? Like, okay, before I have.
I don't call it a way out, but it may mean the same thing under certain circumstances. But I just feel like everybody is due a chance.
Charleston White is more real than he is. This Wack. Officer Wack 100, because Charleston White tell you he a rat and he gonna call the police and he gonna do all of that. This rat 100 dude slides up on the real ones and portray to be something that he not.
They looked through the situation because I went to Labuse pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. Truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is.
Looks like things are heating up between J. Prince and 50 Cent, and it's all because of some drama involving Big Meech. Apparently, J. Prince isn't too happy with 50 for calling Meech a rat, and word on the street is that J. Prince even threatened to do something if 50 keeps talking.
J. Prince, over the years, the decades of doing whatever he's doing, he's been having a way of brainwashing people.
Oh, yeah?
To thinking he's doing one thing when he really...
Now, if you know 50 Cent, you know he doesn't stay quiet when someone tries to come at him. This time, it seems like J. Prince may have messed with the wrong guy. See, J. Prince's history isn't exactly squeaky clean, and that's what's making things even messier. His name has been linked to all kinds of shady rumors, from extortion schemes to sketchy dice games, and even accusations that he and his son were somehow involved in Takeoff's tragic demise. If 50 Cent really wants to air out J. Prince's dirty laundry, he's got plenty to work with. And guess what? 50 has already responded to the rumored threats on Instagram, letting everyone know that he's not the type to back down. But wait, why is J. Prince even getting involved in Big Meech's business? Did he actually threaten 50? Or is he just setting himself up for some trouble by poking one of the pettiest guys in the industry? Let's break it down.
Number tear down black man. Look at it. He's nothing given. You've never seen 50 give nobody no flowers, no respect. He just play on people downfall. Diddy, Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, now Big Meech. You've never seen 50 say nothing positive, do nothing positive. He's a culture vulture to me.
Bully.
For one, this is a business relationship, right? They don't write stories and series.
We met that dude Duke the Jeweler the night before. We was gambling. The next day, dude followed us to the concert. When we left out the concert, we under the garage.
You took a picture with Rick Ross. Put your back against the wall and just slide down.
Meech, why you going with Ross? The truth is, when we did take that picture with Meech, I ain't gonna lie to you, there was a lot of people in my comments with rat emoji before 50 even said nothing.
Yo, if this was the old days.
Yeah, now, well, the thing about the old days.
Come on now, dawg.
They the old days.
Bruh. J. Prince recently addressed the situation himself, saying he was just minding his own business, chilling in a sucker-free environment. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is still going hard on Big Meech, keeping the pressure on with those snitching allegations. And he's not the only one taking shots. Recently, rapper Top 5 jumped in too. He went online and called Big Meech a rat, tagging 50 and asking him to step in. Top 5's exact words, he told 50, "Come and get this fake 60-year-old kingpin out of my DMs before I crash out." And you know 50 couldn't resist clapping back. He reposted Top 5's video with a caption joking that Big Meech was probably just trying to borrow some money.
A lot of my cases was drug possession. Guys trying to get some money. Okay? He ain't had nothing. And then this is why even when this artist was around, he went and said, yo, 50, he don't even like them. Like talking about BMF. And because I wouldn't mix in with them.
Right.
Like when they first came around, like I didn't connect. Buck was running around with him and other people connected to him, but I wasn't going nowhere near him. I just came off a tour. I made $38 million.
Right.
Legit money. What you said they got the Wiz, right? Okay, so don't bring that shit around me. Now I'm making $38 million. Legit money. I want nothing to do with that right now. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't make the connection till after.
Right.
That, you know, that blew over. And I'm just knowing my temperament. I don't need to be around it.
While most people in the industry are steering clear of this whole mess, Jay Prince decided to jump in for no apparent reason. Some gossip pages claim Jay Prince had been shading 50 on Instagram stories, accusing him of using Big Meech's name for clout. Apparently, Jay Prince even posted and quickly deleted a message claiming Big Meech was worth over $100 million before going to prison, and that 50 used Meech's life story to make money, only giving Meech $5 million while acting like he created the BMF brand.
This is the gentleman's side of Meech, right?
Yep.
The plane lands Friday night. It's like 12 midnight. Alex calls me. He's like, yo, Chris, Meech needs the biggest suite in Cancun. I'm like, I ain't no travel agent. He's like, no. When I landed, they told me that you got the presidential suite at the Coral Beach. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, I love Meech, but I'm not giving him my room. I'm like, yo, man, I'm not giving him my room. He's like, he'll give you $60,000 right now. I was paying $3,000 a night. He had that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But here's the gentleman's side of Meech. I switched to another suite. I get a phone call. I'm like, yo, what's up? Who's this? He's like, yo, is this Chris Latimer? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, we up in the presidential suite. I got some messages from you. I'm like, all right, cool, man. Tell me what they are. And I'm like, yo, brother, man, thanks a lot, man. Yo, tell Meech, good looking out, man. He's like, Chris, it is Meech.
That's important because a lot of people don't understand. To get to the top, you have to pay attention to every small detail. Okay. And knowing me calling him hearing my voice, he knows the kind of man that I am.
Versus Big Meech.
Man, woo. You know that nigga 50 crazy, man. 50 crazy. We went to Meech house. We sat down with him, Lil Meech. And, you know, I thought, you know, big things in the future was coming, you know, because he was talking about stories about jumping in cars with bricks. And he just was telling the war stories that was amazing, where I was mesmerized. And, you know, him and 50 was kicking it. And everything was good. Fast forward to the Ross thing, you know, and that's when everything kind of went left.
Seems like Jay Prince is playing with fire here, and if 50 Cent decides to fire back, things could get real messy. It seems like Jay Prince isn't just throwing words around. Some insiders claim he's also moving quietly behind the scenes, allegedly threatening to send people after 50 to keep him quiet.
But if Jay... Look at it. He's nothing given. You've never seen 50 give nobody no flowers, no respect. He just play on people downfall. Diddy, Irv Gotti, Ja Rule. Yeah. Now Big Meech. You've never seen 50 say nothing positive, do nothing positive. He's a culture vulture to me. A bully. For one, this is a business relationship, right? They don't write stories and series on nobodies, right? So BMF is BMF, but not because of 50, it's because of Big Meech, right? That's his story, that's his life. Right, so I don't think 50 doing them no favors. They both profited, right? It ain't just like it was a one-sided deal. We both make money together. Right? That don't mean I owe you no loyalty. That don't mean I can't go get money elsewhere, right? If more money get presented to me, right, I'm gonna go get me a bag. I just did 20 years in prison, right? I'm not gonna let nobody stop no bags come in because of y'all beef, bro.
But if Jay Prince thinks that's going to scare 50 off, he's got another thing coming. 50 made it crystal clear that no matter what they try, he's not going down that easy. He even posted a scene from Training Day to make his point, basically telling everyone he's built for this kind of drama and won't be intimidated. In his caption, he added a bold message: get the message. Fans, of course, jumped in to roast Jay Prince, saying he should mind his own business because poking at 50 could end badly. After all, getting on 50's bad side means putting a spotlight on all the rumors and skeletons hiding in the closet. Now, for those who might not know, Jay Prince is the CEO and founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, a major Houston-based label. Jay Prince proudly calls himself the King of Houston, and people say he acts like he runs the whole city. There's even this unspoken rule that when big-name rappers visit H-Town, Jay Prince steps in like their unofficial bodyguard, ensuring they move safely. He once spoke about the whole checking in thing, saying the term might be misunderstood. According to him, it's not about forcing people to report to him, it's about being properly connected, so artists can stay safe when they're in the city. He claimed it's not a power move, but rather a way to help people avoid trouble. In his words, some people get stuck on stupid by taking it the wrong way, failing to use their connections as a positive tool.
Can't believe people play with people intelligence the way they play with people intelligence and intellect. You know, the way they do today. You know, people are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean? They actually lying to y'all for a living.
But not everyone is buying the whole protection talk. The streets are buzzing with whispers that Jay Prince and his son Jazz might actually be running a full-on extortion setup. And if that wasn't shady enough, there's been a lot of talk about dice games they allegedly host in Houston. Word is these games are traps where artists unknowingly get set up for a quick money grab. The rumors got even louder after Takeoff's tragic demise, with some fans connecting the dots and questioning what really goes down at those dice nights. Takeoff's tragic passing wasn't the first suspicious incident tied to Jazz Prince's dice games. Just a couple of months before Takeoff's passing, Chicago's Duke the Jeweler had a big win at one of these infamous dice nights, walking away with $100,000. But sadly, that victory ended in tragedy. Duke was reportedly robbed, ambushed, and shot before he can even make it to his car.
I'm just speaking on it because they keep attaching it to your name, your brand. A Duke the Jeweler situation, great on dice game when it's tied to y'all.
I know people were associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation because I went to LaBousse pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. Truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is.
We met that dude, Duke the Jeweler, the night before. We was gambling. The next day, dude followed us to the concert. When we left out the concert, we under the garage. Dude went to his car by himself.
The social media started trying to point a finger because he was standing next to me, and it's just unfortunate.
As Jay Prince Jr. explained what happened, he says neither incident was due to a dice game. Mike Prince said this.
Takeoff's family, you know what I'm saying, his loved ones, we love them and respect them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 1 hour was took that night.
So when Takeoff's demise happened, a lot of fans pointed fingers at Quavo. People argue that Quavo should have known better than to be hanging around Jay Prince and the Mob Ties crew, especially since Duke's assassination had happened just 2 months earlier. With all the rumors swirling about the Prince family's shady dealings, fans felt Quavo should have kept his distance. As for the person accused of pulling the trigger, Patrick Xavier Clark was officially indicted by a grand jury for Takeoff's passing. But here's where things get weird. Despite the case being nearly 3 years old, the trial date still hasn't been set. Things got even sketchier after Clark's arrest. Just 1 day after he was taken in, he somehow managed to come up with a $1 million bond and was out on house arrest. But in November 2023, the situation took another turn. Clark was no longer required to stay on house arrest, didn't need an ankle monitor, and his only restriction was following a simple 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew. And that's not even the strangest part. According to court records, Clark has been ordered to stay away from any witnesses, victims, and even Takeoff's family. The court also banned him from reaching out to Jay Prince Jr. or Jay Prince Sr. in any way. Fans have been side-eyeing this whole situation, questioning how Clark went from house arrest to basically living free with just a curfew. With the trial still delayed and so many unexpected turns in the case, people are wondering what's really going on behind the scenes.
Give them a way out. Is that kind of your approach to it? Like, okay, before I have...
I don't call it a way out, but it may mean the same thing under certain circumstances, but I just feel like everybody is due a chance. You know what I mean? I really feel that way because I feel like if some people know better, they'll do better. And a lot of people do dumb shit because they don't know no other way.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't know better. So I feel like, you know, they do their chance. You know, I even appreciate having that chance for myself, beginning with me. You know what I mean? Because, you know, a lot of shit I wouldn't have done if I would have known better. So, you know, with that combination of want that for myself, want that for my loved ones, then it's only right to like extend that invitation.
Now for the biggest twist. Clark is sticking to his claim that he's innocent. His lawyer, Letitia Quinones Hollins, recently told Rolling Stone that her client didn't fire the shot that ended Takeoff. She also called out the investigators, claiming their so-called evidence doesn't add up. According to Quinones Hollins, the video footage and ballistics don't match up with Clark being the shooter. And when the trial finally happens, she's prepared to dismantle the whole case. She explained that there was someone else who fired the first shot, not Patrick Clark. Her statement described Clark as being in the same position as Takeoff, just trying to get out alive. Clark had nothing to do with the argument that escalated, and unfortunately, he was simply caught in the wrong place at the wrong time when the bullets started flying.
I had a dude call me, right? And that Junior been having some going on down there in Houston, bro. We got the media team in here. So it's an inside motherfucker. Now this motherfucker, he's the one that's tied to the dude that makes the loaded dice. Right? Check the play out. All entertainers, when you go to Houston, stay away from J. Prince Jr. There's a whole play going on. Here go the play right here. The play is a loaded dice. Now I'm gonna talk about something. Let me see if y'all catch up with to what I'm saying.
Let's talk about those rumors involving J. Prince and those shady dice games. Turns out a lot of people have been speaking up about this for a while now, including Wack 100, who's openly accused J. Prince's son of running a loaded dice game scam, targeting rappers visiting Houston. Wack claimed he once got a call from someone who spilled the tea. According to this source, J. Prince Jr. had some shady stuff going on in Houston. Apparently, there's an entire setup in place, a whole scam designed to target entertainers when they visit the city.
Charleston White is more real than he is, this Wack, Officer Wack 100, because Charleston White tell you he a rat and he gonna call the police and he gonna do all of that. This rat 100 dude slides up on the real ones and portray to be something that he not, you know what I mean, which makes him more of a threat. So my advice to the hip-hop culture with individuals like him, don't let him know where you at when you go to L.A., because we know what come with being rotten. You know what I mean? Let's delete the relationships with this wood rat. You know what I mean? Because he don't mean y'all no good.
Here's how it supposedly works. Artists show up in Houston, and J. Prince Jr. makes them feel welcome, hanging out with them, showing them around and acting like everything's cool. At some point, they introduce a dice game. But here's the catch. The dice are rigged.
He introduces the dice game. He got 3 right, who rotate the dice. Now, these dice is loaded. They tell me it's a Wolf, Big Caprice, and watch this, and Little Cam are the loaded dice rotators, right? He said, what? There was a situation that occurred that a certain jeweler around and got past the dice on accident and was hitting on them for a couple hundred. They got irritated about that. I ain't gonna go too far into that story because, right? Boom. The only way they could get their money back was however their money back. He said, but Lil Cam, Wolf, and Big Caprice are the 3 designated to say I'm up, I got the next, and they pass the dice to each other, but they loaded, but they shooting against the motherfuckers in town, the entertainer. Right? They say J. Prince Jr., he get 30% of whatever the take is.
Wack mentioned 3 people who allegedly rotate the loaded dice: Wolf, Big Caprice, and Lil Cam. These guys are said to take turns controlling the game, making sure the dice keep rolling in their favor. Wack even claimed that a certain jeweler once accidentally got handed the rigged dice and ended up winning big, reportedly walking away with a few $100s. That win apparently irritated the crew, and Wack suggested they found other ways to get their money back.
Jay Prince, over the years, the decades of doing whatever he's doing, he's been having a way of brainwashing people.
Oh, yeah?
To thinking he's doing one thing when he really up to a next. I really think and believe wholeheartedly that Jay Prince's whole mission is to somehow, some way, in a slick snake way, is to set it up so Larry Hoover cannot get out of prison.
Oh, hell no.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Hell no.
Wack also claimed that Jay Prince Jr. takes a 30% cut of whatever they manage to scam from the dice games. He warned artists to stay far away from Jazz Prince's dice games, calling them nothing but a straight-up scam. He even went as far as suggesting that Quavo and Takeoff may have unknowingly gotten mixed up in one of these shady setups, which could have played a role in the tragic events that followed.
When it's tied to y'all,
I know people were associating me with that the situation because I went to Labusi pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got leaving Boosie concert the next night because somebody tried to rob him. So, you know, the internet play internet games. But this is a situation with a dude that I didn't even know. I ain't know his name. I had no knowledge of him. I ain't know he was from Chicago. I ain't know he was a jeweler until social media started trying to point a finger because he was standing next to me, and it's just unfortunate that something transpired after another dice game.
But dice game rumors aren't the only sketchy stories tied to Jay Prince. For years, his name has been linked to extortion claims, and lately, those accusations are making headlines more than ever. Looks like NBA YoungBoy isn't a fan of Jay Prince, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. Back in July 2020, YoungBoy's Airbnb in Houston got hit by some goons, and they weren't just there to take some random stuff. They grabbed his flashy chains and even the keys to his $350,000 Bentley. Instead of keeping things quiet, these guys went straight to social media, proudly showing off their haul. They flexed with a white Bentley, a white Rolls Royce, and a white 2020 McLaren GT, making it clear they weren't worried about hiding what they did. But here's where things get even messier. The thieves didn't just take YoungBoy's valuables for fun. They reportedly demanded a $30,000 ransom to return his stuff. This made people believe Jay Prince might have been pulling another one of his infamous extortion moves. Jay Prince didn't exactly help clear things up either. Instead of staying quiet, he went on Instagram to announce that he had YoungBoy's chains and keys, even inviting him to come and pick them up. He explained that some little homies who had broken into YoungBoy's place realized they had disrespected someone connected to Jay Prince and wanted to make things right. Prince even bragged about having YoungBoy's Rolls-Royce keys, McLaren keys, and some umbrellas from his car.
So while we was gone, I got a call, you know what I mean, because the little homie YoungBoy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and you know, I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, you know what I mean, YoungBoy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short,
YoungBoy wasn't buying it. He fired back, calling Jay Prince out for being shady and acting like he was trying to finesse him for money. He said he didn't want any new friends or relationships and made it clear he didn't respect Jay Prince's public stunt. YoungBoy called out Prince for using checking in as a way to intimidate rappers when they visit Houston. He told Jay Prince that if he really wanted to return his stuff, there were plenty of people around him that Prince could have contacted directly.
Hey, I don't want no friends, I don't want no new relationships. All that pussy, hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty of niggas around me you could call. Man, nigga, it's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy and shit. And I'm good on them keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Mind your business.
YoungBoy didn't hold back. He made it clear that he wasn't about to play J Prince's games and told him to mind his business. But YoungBoy isn't the only one fed up with J Prince's antics. Recently, Cameron and Ma also called out J Prince, accusing him of setting up YoungBoy and letting his protege Drake get embarrassed by Kendrick Lamar.
Cameron, last question. Do you not like us?
Lamar. Cameron and Ma didn't hold back. They questioned why J Prince was still acting tough at his age, calling him out for allegedly involving Shakur Stevenson in the drama. They claimed that J Prince's involvement with YoungBoy's stolen belongings was part of a bigger pattern of shady behavior. They even mentioned that YoungBoy himself had called J Prince out for pretending to help while really trying to manipulate the situation. The tension between J Prince and Cam and Ma didn't start there, though. It actually kicked off when J Prince tried to pressure them into backing off their criticism of New Jersey boxer Shakur Stevenson, who J Prince happens to manage. Cam and Ma weren't impressed with Stevenson's recent world title defense, and they made their opinions loud and clear on their platform. But J Prince wasn't about to let that slide. He hopped on Instagram to send a slick warning their way. Prince told them to fade all Stevenson's shots and take all bets. He doubled down by bragging that Stevenson had the highest fight ratings on ESPN in 2022 and claimed the haters were just trying to stir things up. J Prince also warned that anyone trying to escalate things outside the ring would have to deal with him directly since he handles all of Stevenson's business. In short, he made it clear he was ready for whatever smoke Cam and Ma were trying to bring. Even after J Prince's warning, Cam and Ma didn't back down. Instead, they kept calling him out, roasting him for acting like a street dude, despite being way past that stage in life. They mocked Prince for not realizing that times have changed. Cam pointed out that older guys like Prince are often the last to catch on, and they weren't about to treat him like some kind of big homie. They made it clear they don't respect that whole big homie mentality, saying they've never followed that way of thinking. Ma added that back in the day, if he was out of pocket, the older guys who raised him would tell him straight up. They wouldn't just let him run wild or send him on some reckless mission. He explained that the real OGs knew better than to let the younger ones handle their dirty work. According to Ma, the game got messy when older guys started letting younger dudes with money control things. And that's exactly where J Prince went wrong in his eyes. Ma didn't hold back either. He said if J Prince is 60 years old and still trying to be a street dude, then he's already failed. Not once, not twice, but completely failed. With all these shady stories tied to J Prince, fans have started to clown him for even trying to beef with 50 Cent. People are saying Prince already has too much sketchy activity linked to his name to be starting a fight with someone like 50, who's built a whole career on exposing people.
And their presence, his aura is stronger than he is. You ask him about that when he go get his arm broke in the joint. They missed that part. He gonna say he slipped, fell on the mop. Yeah. LO was just talking about this recently. He was talking about Paradise.
I don't know, was it Paradise that they said 50 wrote for you? 50 Cent wrote the chorus, bro.
I wrote the chorus to Paradise, and then A. Marie got it. And also come with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like.
To us, Black excellence.
That had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Come on, bro.
And let's be real, if 50 decides to go after J Prince, it's going to be ugly. Between dice game rumors, the extortion accusations, and everything else in between, 50 has more than enough material to put Prince on blast. Knowing 50, he probably wouldn't just expose J Prince, he'd turn it into a whole production. So what do you think? Is J Prince making a huge mistake by stepping into this Big Meech drama and threatening 50? Or do you think he's got a valid point? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't miss out on the next video. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.